This is going to be our strength class. I'm going to say it's available or suitable for all levels, pretty much all levels, not maybe a complete beginner to working with weights, but we are working with resistance bands. I've got a couple here. This is a really stretch one. This is quite a strong one. And I always encourage you to grab a couple of extra bands when you're out and about. Aldi and Lidl are very good for things like this. They sell them in little tubes of 3 or 4 at a time. TK Maxx, places like that. So you've got different resistances to choose from. And we are going to do a full body strength class today, working just with the resistance band and using the band to substitute weights. There are so many ways we can do that. It's not always going to be exactly the same, but it's certainly close enough. And it means that if you're away from home, you're traveling, but you don't want to let your strength work go, there's so much you can do with the band. So we're just going to get warmed up with it. I want you to double it over, please. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Hold your hands either side of your hips and just start some shoulder presses. And breathe. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. Now, you know I am a huge fan of women lifting weights, women doing resistance work. And of course, the algorithms on my social media send me to all sorts of different things like this because it's what I research, what I read up on, what I study. So I was reading last night about a 95-year-old weightlifter. She's a world champion and she didn't start lifting weights until she was 80. So there you go. So when people say, oh, well, it's a bit too late to start. Oh my God, don't ever say that to me. It really annoys me. So there you are. Just have that thought of this lovely 95-year-old. She's wearing a leotard. She's got it all going on. She's doing a big Russian deadlift. Okay. Now lift your arms up to the ceiling and just reach over to side one, back to the center and lower. And again, lift up over to side two, back to the center and lower. Let's do that one again. Lift up over to the side and center. We also know lifting weights, it isn't just about building strength. Keeping the brain active, keeping the body coordinated, having the body and the mind communicating, it's balance, coordination, but yeah, great for those neural pathways. So many benefits, as well as obviously maintaining bone density, building muscle strength. So important for us. Okay, now this next time, keep your arms up to the ceiling and let's just bend side to side. Let's go for 6 and 5 and 4. Well done. And last 3. Great work. Just a couple more. Superb. And 1. Come back to your center. Bring your arms out in front. And I want you to hold your arms straight and put your shoulders back and reach forward. So just pull, squeeze your shoulder blades together and then pull your arms as far apart as you can. And a little squeeze and pull away. Superb. So try not to lift your shoulders up, but just get right into that upper back and pull your shoulders blades back towards each other and push away. Let's just do 3. Well done. And 2. Great work. And 1. Okay, now hold your arms into a neutral, shoulders in neutral position. Just hinge up and push out 10. Hinge. So waking up the tricep, bicep, and up. Great work. So your arms are in line. Don't have your arms too wide. Just bringing the band up towards your forehead. And again. Well done. Let's do another 4. And for 3. Great. Oh, I can already feel that. And 2. And 1. And bring it down. And I want you just to roll over, down towards the floor. Roll yourself back up. Let's do that one again. Forward and over. And roll back up. Well done. Let's do 2 more. So a little bit pacier than when we were in a true Pilates class. I never want you to feel rushed, picking the pace up just a tiny bit for these ones, but always making sure you feel safe, you feel fully under control. Okay, now standing tall, bring your arms out in front and let's just come into a squat for 8. and 7. Adjust the height. If you want to make it a smaller squat, that's fine, okay? Great work. So if there's any joint issues and you want to make the movement far smaller and do fewer, then that's an option for you. I've got my bongo bingo knee. When I went to bongo bingo, if you want to know more about that, you'll have to speak to me. Dancing like a complete buffoon, 18 months of rehab to get my knee fine and dandy, one night dancing like an idiot, and it's like a balloon. Spot the total fall right here. Yes, coming back up. I know, I can't believe myself, what an idiot I am, but never mind, it was fun at the time. Bongo bingo, maddest night ever. Now, what I want you to do, please, is stand on the band. Now, depending on how strong it is, you will use up some of the resistance. So if it's a shorter one or if it's really strong, you don't want to have too much resistance. Bring your feet closer together, likewise a little bit wider apart. Cross the band over, and we're going to start with side steps. It's going to really get you here. So just stepping side and side. Now, watch that you don't rock your upper body side to side. Nose through breastbone to pubic bone. And step and step. Now, if it suits you, you could add a little row and row and row or pull up. Okay, you've got your option of having your arms still or lift and lift and lift. So you're going to really feel it getting right into here. Yep. Good. 8, 7. Oh, I can feel it already. 6. Well done. And 5. Great work. Last 4. Little bend of those knees. Don't let your knees get upset with this one. And 2. And 1. And come back to the center. Take those feet out wide. Pull your hands up. And you're going to stick your bottom out. 8. And come back up. 7. Great work. Stick those hips right out. Don't lean forward. Keep your chest high. So you look as though you're going to sit on a chair, but you're still talking to the person in front of you across the table. Okay? Last 3. And 2. Great work. And 1. And come back up and relax. Leave your feet in the band, but just bring your feet in. So we've got into the glutes here. Little bit of squatting, getting into the quads. Now we're going to get into the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs, going into our good morning. Now, you'll be familiar. We've done it holding the dumbbell here or holding the dumbbell here. We're going to do it today with the band. Option, bring the arms right up here or to here. Let me show you the movement. We just hinge forward and come back up. Now your knees are soft. Sorry, my trousers are a bit baggy. Your knees are soft, but you don't bend into it. So your knees are soft, and then you hinge your hips back so that your back becomes flat, and then pull against the resistance of the band as you stand tall. More challenge, hands are here. Still challenging, but slightly less challenging hands here. Let's go. So we hinge forward, and I need you to feel that pull. So if you're not feeling enough of a pull, hold the band tighter. Okay, more challenge arms are here. So we hinge back and stand tall. So we're mimicking our deadlift, going into what's called a good morning. Okay, so hinge back, knees stay soft and come back up. Squeeze those abs. I want you to really feel the backs of your legs working. Too much intensity, loosen the band, hold it longer. Okay, chest lower and lift. Let's do 4. Great work. And 3. Superb. We've got 2. Okay, and 1 more here. And come back up and relax. We're going to finish with 1 more round of each, okay? Fewer reps, and we're going to link every move. So cross the band over, and we're going for 10 side to side. Add the elbow raise if you choose or not. Are you ready? Let's go. 20, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got lots of upper body work coming. So if you want to leave your arms down a bit, that's up to you. 8, 9, 10. Another 10, 9, 8. Step a little wide if you're not feeling it enough. 7, We all know I can't count, so I hope you off yourself. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Fantastic work. Well done. So uncross the band, have your arms out in front of you and take a seat and stand tall. Now you're looking at someone across the table as you go to sit down. Watch you don't just collapse and fold yourself forward. Chest stays high. Stick your bottom out behind you and come back up. And again, great work. Come on, pull against that band. Get into that squat. You're pulling against the band to return. So this is mimicking our weighted squats if we're holding our free weights, our dumbbells on our shoulders. So we're mimicking that. They've got 3 to go. Well done. Beauty of the band is you can adapt the resistance as you're going along. Let's do one more. And then we're going to go straight into our good morning. So hands here, hinge back and stand tall for 10. Breathe out as you stand tall. Breathe in. So a very soft, light bend through the knee and then reach up. Send your hips out behind you. Get your back flat and drive it back through. Stick your bottom out. Try and touch the wall behind you, your bottom, but don't overbend your knee. So keeping soft through the knee, getting that load through the backs of the thighs. Weight, band to your ribs, band to your shoulders. You've got 3. And 2. Great work, everybody. And 1. And relax. Fantastic. Roll out your shoulders. Shake out your legs. So we would have been doing that, as I say, the good mornings. We have the weights here or here as we fold forward. So just be careful that you're not confusing that with a squat. Soft through the knee and then back up. Super. Give your legs a little shake out. So some of these we did practice in the previous class, which you'll find in the library, which when I flipped between weights and bands, just to give us a really good understanding of how we compare the two. So, do go back and have a look at that one if you wish. Now we're going to go into side raise. So let me show you what I mean. Single arm out to the side. That may be intense, particularly if your band is quite strong, if it's not very long, in which case take 1 foot out. Okay, give yourself maybe a little bit more length on the band and so on. So I want you to make sure you feel safe with how you're working. So I'm just going to stand with 1 foot on the band like so. Okay, stable through both feet. So you've got that good grip. But as I say, if it's too short, then just move where your foot is. Now, strong as you can through here, and we're going for 10. We're going to lift to the side and return. Now, as you lift, I want you to think about working through your waist here to stabilize you. Great work. Breathe out as you lift, squeeze, breathe in as you lower. Strong as you can, breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. The beauty of working one side to the other is we can go straight onto it rather than having to pause. But obviously got the option of working both arms together, but I'm choosing to mix it from one side to the other here. Couple more here. And again. Great, so let's go straight onto side 2. Okay, are you ready? Lift. And again, now you could do this seated. Watch you're not locking your knees out, maybe a little bend of those knees. Keep those abdominals connected. And I want you to really feel that resistance. Pull as you lift and control the return. You're pulling against the resistance as you lift, but don't let your hands snap back down. Way to progress this one without changing the resistance is to slow it down. Okay, let's do 2. Well done. And 1. Superb. Now going back to side 1. And this time we're going into a front raise. We're going to bring our arms straight out in front and down. So again, just take a moment to think about where you're standing on the band. What you can do, if it helps you could get some clothes pegs and make little marks on the band when you swap one side to the other, just to give you a reminder of where you want to be. Stand tall. Now your hand is palm facing back. Bring your arms straight out in front. Lower 10. Now as you lift your arm, pull in here so that this isn't happening. I know it's not, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. So keep your strength around here to stabilize you. Always keeping this collarbone to hip bone alignment. Great work. Feel that belt around your center. Let's do another 5. Superb. And 4. We all know I can't count because I'm too busy chatting. So if you've already done 10 and you've stopped, I don't mind at all. Let's do one more of those. And again, straight onto side 2 here. Good. My band is covered in Labrador hair because I was rolling around on the couch, on the floor last night in the lounge, having a little run through the class. And I hadn't hoovered. There we go. Off we go. Poor Bertie. I take him with me everywhere. Always molting. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you... And again. Good work, everybody. And again, superb. So shoulder, back, chest, abdominals, stable through your center. As I said, feel free to sit down if you want to. You're very welcome to. And then you could just hold the band under your foot from a seated position. We've got 4 and 3. Well done. Couple more here. And again. Fabulous. And relax. Okay, roll out your shoulders. Now I'm just going to kneel to show you this one. You're going to stay standing to remind my bongo bingo knee. I'm going to kneel just so that you can see my arms. Okay, bring your arms up above you. Now, right hand, stay still. Left arm only. Pull down and return, okay? So adapt your resistance. Let's go. Pull down and return. Now, don't let your right arm move. Watch you don't arch your back. Breathe out as you pull away, but resist the return. Don't let your arm go pinging back. Pull down, keep those ribs down and in. Fantastic. We're going to go straight onto side 2. We've got 4. Long through your spine so you don't arch your back. 3, well done. And 2. Great work, everyone. Last one here. All the way back up straight away. Are you ready? Side 2, let's go. And this is where we can really sort of see whether there's a bit of a difference, strength, one side to the other. And when you're practicing these, when you're doing this one as a recording, I always encourage you to stand near a mirror or the reflection of a window. Look at yourself, look at your technique. It's a really good habit to get into. Pull down. Great work. And again. Superb. Keep this arm still as you can. Let's do 3. Again, warning here, I may have lost count. And 2. Oh, and 1. And relax. Okay, one more exercise in this little round. Roll out those shoulders. So my goodness me, we can really get those weights exercises replicated, can't we? So we're going to finish this little set with a chest pull. Chest press, arms out in front of you, and you're going to pull your hands apart and close back in. Shoulders are down. Are you ready? Pull apart. Again, you will adapt the resistance. So if you've got a very stretchy band and you want more challenge, just simply double it over. Or you don't have to do the full length. You could do it like so. See what I mean? Just adapt it so you've got more challenge. Make sure you start with your hands in front of your chest, no wider. Great work. Let's go for 4. Great. And for 3. Superb. 2 more here. Squeeze those abs. Stay really strong through your center. And again for 1. Whew, and relax. Oh my goodness. Right, we've got to do all that again. We've got our side raise, front raise, overhead pull down, and our chest pull. Now for round 2, I'm going to give you the option of both arms together. So we're going for our side raise. Option to tow both arms together. Otherwise, you are very welcome to have alternate arms. Now, if you're working with double arms, we're then going to have a little rest before we move on. So if you're going for alternate arms, you will swap sides rather than having a rest. I hope that is as clear as can be. So option 1 arm, option double arms. Are you ready? We're going for 10. Let's go. Lift and lower. So breathe out, a little pause at the top if you want, slowly back down. Breathe out as you lift away, slowly recover. So if you're having to go and look after elderly parents or grandchildren, or you're on holiday, or just for whatever reason it is, you're not at home, throw your resistance band in the bag. You can do a quick 10-minute. I'm going to do a couple of snack bites for the snack bar, so you don't have to do a full class. Okay. And again, as in the full 45 minutes, you know what I mean. Better to do just 10 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week than think, oh, I haven't got time, I'll leave it this week, I'll do it next week. Let's just do a couple here. Okay, and again. Great work. So relax. So we're going to have about a half minute, 40 seconds recovery. So if you were going for a single arm, this is where you swap over. You do a set on your opposite side. We're going to have a quick slurp. It is my hot water and lemon, not a cappuccino. All right. So you're going to have a little finish off your round, and then we're going to go into our front raise. Again, I'm going to give us the option of double arm or alternate. Okay, so presuming that those of you who are doing a single arm have now just about come towards the end of it, let's roll out those shoulders, feet back onto the band. So hands are palms. I've got to stop saying so. When I'm editing my recordings, I said ever such a lot. I am sorry, everybody. Palms facing back. Are you ready? Double arm lift. Now you've got to be strong through your wrists here. Please don't let this go on with the wrist. Strong through the wrist, strong through the forearm and lower. Breathe out. Little pause at the top. Breathe in. That is how you can increase your challenge. Pause at the top and much slower back down. Power up. Control the return. Power up. Control the return. Well done. Let's do another 5. Breathe in, breathe out. And for 3. Well done. Just a couple more here. Oh, golly, we don't need other weights, do we? And for 1. And recover. Great work. So if you're doing alternates, we're going to have a moment to recover, and you're going to go onto your second side, single arm, take your arm out. Okay, roll out your shoulders, turn your head side to side. Just another 20 seconds or so to recover. So anybody who wants to do single arm, got that chance just to finish the set that they're on. And then we're going to our overhead pull down. Okay. Fantastic. So you know where I'm going with that one. So I'm going to stay standing this time. I could just tilt my screen slightly, couldn't I? There we go. All right. So bring your arms to the ceiling. So right arm, so gotta stop that. Right arm, stay still. Left arm, pull down. Return 10. And 9. So both sides really being challenged here. Strong through the shoulders, but also into your chest. But I want you to really feel your abs working as always. Feel that belt around your middle, giving you that stability. This is great work, everybody. Let's go for 5. 4, well done. And 3, keep that still arm really strong. And 2, push your hand to the ceiling there. Last one here, and then straight onto side 2. Okay, let's go. Up and over. Great work. Take your arm right back up to the ceiling and recover. Well done. Pull that arm down. Great. Again, you could do this one seated. Watch you're not arching your back. It's quite easy when you start to fatigue, when one starts to fatigue, it's quite easy to let technique start to slide. So make sure your abs are engaged, not arching your back. Let's do 3. Well done. Last couple here. Terrific work, everyone. And 1. And relax. Roll out your shoulders. We haven't even got through half my notes here. Good, great, that's another class then. Okay, so we've got about 20 seconds and then we're going to finish this round with our chest pull. So maybe turn your head side to side. Whenever you're doing work that involves the shoulders, upper back, etc., you may just choose to do a little bit of neck release just to make sure that you weren't hanging on to your tension there. All right, now let's take both arms out in front, shoulders drop down, and we're going to pull our hands apart and return 10. Open through the chest, squeeze those abs. Again, you could be seated for this one. And again, well done. Breathe out as you pull away. Breathe in, recover. And again. So you could choose to do half the class. We're going to finish our upper body work in a moment. You could choose, now that you're familiar with the class, I think, okay, I haven't got time to do 45 minutes, but I have got time to do about 20, 25 minutes. Okay. And recover. Fantastic. So just put the band to the floor and let's just circle those arms out and around. Great work. Fantastic. And around the other way. I'm just having a little look at my notes. Where are we going to go? We're going to skip that and that. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, great work. Let me tilt my screen. So let's come down, do a little bit more lower body and abs. So we did some lower body when we started. We did our side step, we did our squat, we did our good mornings. So we did quads, glutes, hamstrings at the start. We're going to come down, we're going to go back into those quads and we're going to go into our weighted squat. So if we were doing this standing, we'd have heavy weights on our shoulders, we'd be sitting into the squat and then driving our hips back up. We're going to mix it up here by one leg press. So what I want you to do, the reason I'm saying one leg is to really challenge the thigh as much as possible. So I'm just going to stick a block under my head looking at you. I want you to get the band as strong as you can. If it's a very stretchy one, I strongly suggest you double it over. These are big muscle groups, lower body's really strong. You can afford to be braver. Hold it tight, elbows on the floor, and push away and pull back in, okay? Opposite leg bent. Let's go. Pushing away and recover. So push into the band and recover. This is your squat. All right, this is exactly the same as if you imagine yourself standing up, holding dumbbells on your shoulders and sitting down and standing back up again. The action is the same. What I want you to do is make sure that your hips are square, bottom ribs planted into the floor. You feel the front of the thigh working? If you don't, give it a really good squeeze as you stretch your leg long. Let's do that one more time and maybe shorten your band or double your band over. Let's swap it over. So again, alternate sides, we can go straight into it. Okay, and push away. Keep your elbows on the floor, all right? Have a really good strong hold of the band. If you're holding it single, I would say wrap it around your hands. Don't cut the circulation off. Okay, that's the only thing with the band. You can get a little bit tired through the hands holding onto it, but it's good for our wrist strength, our wrist joints. Okay, and let's go 3, 2, well done. And one more here. Come back in and relax. So really getting into the fronts of the thighs there. Superb work, everybody. Now, again, maybe just roll your head side to side a couple of times. Roll out your shoulders. Maybe release through the hips, whatever you feel necessary for you. Let's go into our weighted hip thrust. So again, if we were working with weights, we'd have dumbbells on our hips, but we're going to use the band. So we've just worked through the fronts of the thighs. Now we're going to work into the glutes, into the buttock muscles. So pull the band across your hips, hands down onto the floor, okay, and lift your hips up, push against the resistance of the band and lower. So again, big muscle group, you can afford to be bold here. So I want you to get that band tight, hold your hands on the floor, push your hips up, squeeze your bum on the way up and relax back down. Breathe out, drive your hips up, give those glutes a really good squeeze as you push your hips up. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out, pushing away. Try not to let your hands lift and lower. Keep pressing your hands into the floor. Let's do 3 more. Really feel those glutes working. And 2 more. Last one here. And come back down. So bring your knees up into your chest. Just give your knees a little hug to recover from that one. Well done, everyone. And we're just going to take some focus into the abdominals. We're going to do a bit of a sort of a hint of 100, the Pilates move. So you're going to bring both legs into tabletop. Take the band across your shins and bring your hands up towards your legs, because you're going to pull down like so. So we're going to go into 100, not letting your heels bounce up and down, okay? So strong through the tabletop pose as your arms are long. Now you've got the option to keep your head on the floor or lift your head up and away. We're going to go for 50 because we're doing 2 rounds again. So I want you to start to pull your hands down. Now, as with the 100, you move your hands up and down 5 times as you breathe in, and 5 times as you breathe out. And I want you to just very slightly push your shins into the band as you pull the band down away from you. Okay, 5 pulls up and down on the in-breath, 5 on the out-breath. Let's do 1 more round here. And relax. Goodness me, that's woken up the abs. Roll yourself up to sitting. And we're going to go into a Russian twist. So what I want you to do is double the band over and then double it again and hold your arms in front of you. All right? So we're going to roll back off our sit bones, knees and feet together, and rotate and bring this and pull against the band with this hand. Rotate, come up and over and pull up to the center. So as I turn to my left, I'm pulling with my left hand, pulling my right arm across me, up and pulling with my right hand as I pull my left arm across. And again, up and pull and up and pull. Great work. Little more intense, lean further back, little less if your lower back doesn't like it. Come into a more seated position. Hips stay still, knees stay still. 2 more each way. Ribs rotate, hips stay still. And again, 1 more each way. Great work. Come back to the center and roll yourself back up. Okay. I'm going to leave those. Sorry, ignore me, just talking to myself. Just thinking a couple of other exercises, but I'm going to leave those for another class. So let's come down. We're going to go into round 2 in a moment, but I would just say bend your knees, rock your hips forward and backwards, turn your head side to side, and then we're going to round 2, single leg press, the hip thrust, the 100 and the Russian twist, okay? So lower body focus. All right, so let's get leg 1 into the band and get a really strong grip on it, okay? Elbows into the floor. Bring your knees tight into your chest as you can. Get a good strong grip. Are you ready? Push away and recover. Now, this may be an opportune moment to mention that these bands do perish if they're left in the sun. So if your band is just on thwack and split, that's also why it's useful to have a few of them. They're very cheap to buy and get as many different resistances as you can, but don't leave them in the sun. They don't like that. Let's go. 4. Bring your knee right into your chest. Press away. 3. And 2. Brilliant work, everyone. And 1. Come back in. Swap it over. We can go straight onto side 2. Are you ready? Let's go. Push away. Recover. Breathe out as you extend. Breathe in to return. And again, now making sure that you don't tip from hip to hip. Ribs stay heavy. Neck stays long. Shoulders stay down. Elbows narrow. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, push away. 5. And 4. 3. Good work. Last 2. And 1. And come back in. Brilliant work. Okay. So grab your band and bring it across your hips. So again, big muscle groups, the lower body. So you may even feel you're brave enough to double it over. Bring your hands to the floor, and we're going to go into our weighted hip thrust, okay? Resistance hip thrust. So knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Pull your hands into the floor, push your hips up and lower. Breathe out, drive your hips into the ceiling. Breathe in as you lower, and again, pushing up and lower. Breathe out, send your hips high and lower. Brilliant work. Squeeze through that posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, into your lower back. Great work. And again. Let's do another 4 here. And 3. Well done, everybody. Just a couple more. Excellent. And 1 more. And come back down. Now, before we finish our 100, you might want to give your knees a hug. You may want to just rock your hips or go into a couple of little pelvic tilts or something like that. But we are doing brilliantly well. We're galloping through this. Maybe again, roll your head side to side once or twice. And then let's get ready for our 100 again. So we've got 50 left. So hold the band across your shins. Heels in line with your knees. Watch your heels don't collapse down. Option to leave your head on the floor or lift your head and shoulders away. Hold the band between your thumb and forefinger, palms facing down. Are you ready to finish the 100? So we're going to pull on the band. We're going to breathe 5 times on the in-breath. 5, beat our arms 5 times on the in-breath. 5 times on the out. Keep those legs still as you can, pulling against your shins. If your head is off the floor, get your shoulders right up and away. 2 more rounds. 1 more round here. Well done. And relax. Brilliant work. And bring yourself up to sitting, ready to finish this series with the Russian twist. So double your band over once. Double it over twice. Bring your arms out in front of you. Every exercise that we've done here, we have done in our strength classes using weights. I was sort of quite careful about that. I wanted to replicate everything. So into V-sit, and let's go. Pull with one hand, pulling the other arm across you. Let's go for 20, 10 each side. Yeah, 10 each. Oh my goodness me, I can't speak this morning. You know what I mean. And again, yes, 10 each side, I was right. And across. And twist. Can you make sure you're sitting behind your sit bones? Both arms stay straight. Add a lift up in the center. If a little bit more challenge, take your arms right the way up and over. Little less challenge, just skim above your knees as an option. Right up and over. And swap. Halfway, 10. Swap. 9. Great work. 8. Keep those arms straight. 7. Keep your knees still. And we've got 5. 4. 3. Well done. 2. 1. And oh my goodness me, bring yourself down onto your back and come into a full body stretch. Ooh-wee, we've got 1 more exercise. We've just got time to fit it in. So let's just have a full body stretch, and then we're going to come back to this position. So from here, open the band out and put your left foot in the band. Whoops. And bring your arms up overhead. And you're going to lower your left heel to the floor and lift. So this is working pretty much everything. Are you ready? Let's go. Lower down and lift. Chest, shoulders, upper back, biceps, abs, quads, hip flexors. So lift. Great work. Into that hamstring stretch and lower. Push the band away behind you. Opposite leg, stay still as you can. If you need a little bend in that opposite knee, just a small bend so you're resting on your heel, that's an option for you. Okay, keep it going. So slightly higher rep range because we're only doing 1 round here. Well done. Watch you don't arch your back. Send your ribs heavy to the floor. Great work. Should have just about another 10 seconds here before we swap it over. Keep the length in your neck, keep your arms strong to the floor. Arms are narrow, don't let them sneak away. Let's do just one more repetition. Well done. Okay, and relax. Lift the opposite leg up. Take leg one back down. Take your arms back overhead, straight into it. Let's go. So there's a lot of challenge on your shoulders, on your biceps, okay, because you're holding a static pose there. Pull your leg right back up into a lovely hamstring stretch. Left leg on the floor, it's planted into the mat. It's strong. It's anchoring you down, ribs drawn down and in. And breathe. Think of your 100 breath. Breathe in for a count of 5, breathe out for a count of 5. That's a good sort of measure to make sure that you're not holding your breath. Well done. 10 seconds here, I reckon. Excellent. Come on, keep those arms straight up overhead. Big compound move. So lots of different muscle groups getting involved. Let's just do that one more time. And recover. Bend your knee. Take the band away. Take both arms long. Take both legs long and stretch it out. Fantastic work, everybody. Really, really good work. Okay, well done. So what we're going to do is just stretch it all out. I want you to roll onto one side. Please, hold on, just get my hair out of the way, excuse me. Roll onto one side. We're going to go into a quad stretch, the front of the thigh. Now, me and my bongo bingo knee, I'm definitely going to be able to show you the adaptation. There's no way I can bend my knee. God, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe how stupid I am. Never mind. Holding the band, pull your knee behind, pull your foot behind you, okay, and push your hips forward to feel the stretch through the front of the thigh, okay? Are you all right? Somebody coming off mute? No? Okay. Bring your heel up behind you, push your hips forward, feel that stretch through the front of the thigh and just hold it. Now remember, with our stretch classes, I only do a fairly quick wrap-up stretch at the end. You've got plenty to choose from in the library. Great work. So just relax. Now, in the previous exercise, we did lots of hamstring stretching, so I don't feel that we need to do that. So we're just going to go straight over to side 2. Take hold of that foot, or using the band, heel up towards your sit bone, and feel a stretch into the front of the thigh there. Well done. Great work. Perfect. And gently let your leg go. Let's bring ourselves up into 4-point kneeling and come into threading the needle. So you're into a square box. You're going to feed one arm through, bend the other elbow, bring your head right down towards the floor. Reach that arm through. And then come back with the same arm. Keep it going and lift towards the ceiling. Bring your arm to the floor. Let's go to the opposite side. Send your arm through. Bring your head down towards the floor. Reach your arm through. And pull your arm back through and lift up to the ceiling. Perfect. Bring your hand back down. We're just going to come up to kneeling. If you want to stay seated or come up to standing, that's an option. I'm just doing this for convenience, for no other reason at all. One arm across your chest. Now this arm stays straight. Take hold of the top of the arm and pull your arm across you. So watch you don't bend your elbow. Have your arm straight and this arm, push it slightly into this hand. Then relax and take it a bit further. So this arm push slightly into the hand that's holding it. Relax, take it a tiny bit further. And open back down. Let's go other side. So straight arm, a hand comes to the upper arm. Press gently into your hand. Find that resistance. And as you relax, you'll be able to go further into it. A little bit more perhaps. Relax, bring your hands around behind you. Squeeze your elbows back. Stay open through your chest. Put your elbows right back away. Relax both arms and let's just circle for 3. And for 2. And for one, let your arms relax by your sides. Turn your head side to side. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd be interested to hear your feedback. And as I say, still got some other exercises, and I will put another class together. Those are handy ones, aren't they, just to take with us when we're traveling or out and about. Well done, everybody. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed that. Brilliant work, and see you soon.